Let's talk defense. How do you fix it?
What defense?
Well, okay, exactly. So is it just because you're going up against a great quarterback? To me, obviously, the novice, the fan, sitting there, why don't they double Keenan Allen all game long when he was in there, or at least bump him at the line of scrimmage? It seemed that he kind of, and he runs great routes, so I understand that part of it. But they didn't adjust at all, it didn't seem to me.
I thought they tried to throw everything they had at the Chargers, and nothing seemed to be working. And when that happens, just call it what it is, man. Players just didn't get it done, you know. And they talk about that marriage between the rush and the coverage all the time. And you guys probably had a better angle than I did at times, but pass rush seemed like it was kind of blah again. It started off early, and it was like, okay, man, like getting some pressure, forcing a 3 and out. But
even they had Barnes had a chance to make a tackle.
Kaminsky was back there, and no excuse. I mean, I think the right tackle pulled a little savvy kind of arm tug on him that prevented the sack. But I think it was one of those things. And even yesterday, I'm watching. I'm like, okay, they're running man coverage here, right? Didn't matter. Okay, next snap, we're running zone, right? Cover 2. Didn't matter. Next snap, okay, cover 3. Didn't matter. Next snap, we're blitzing 6. Didn't matter. So it's like at some point the play, like we've tried everything, guys. You got to figure it out. You got to go out there and make a play. And that's kind of been a concern for this defense now for, I don't know, 6 out of the 9 games that the pass rush has kind of been just blah. Yeah. We know that they've had a bunch of sacks, and those have kind of come
against
in bunches,
against statues and blitzes.
Raiders and, Atlanta and I think Green Bay were, probably 95% of your sacks. They're just going to have to keep finding a way to get better, man. And this was about the time last year, I think, where, James Houston kind of came on to the scene. And I don't know how close he is to returning. I think Coach maybe said November or December, I want to say. But there's no help coming in, right? Like there's nobody coming in to help you guys. Like you just got to figure it out. And it was one of those games. I mean, and we're saying that about our defense. Imagine what the Chargers are saying about their defense today, right? And they've got, look at the defensive line they got. Right? So it just felt like one of those games where both offenses were hot. And, I can give the defense a pass, but they got to figure it out because there's been some issues there.
And before we go to the calls, speaking of calls, so if Brad Holmes decides, what the hell, I'm going to pick up the phone and, hey, JJ, Watt, you doing anything? Would you make even chances are 99% he's going to say no. Would you make the call though?
I don't even know if that's an option.
Well, you just.
But yeah, JJ's sitting out there saying, yeah, I want to go play for a playoff team for one last run.
Yeah. Everybody's talking about Sue, but who the hell knows? He's not a pass rusher, but they need help. They definitely need help, and because Charles Harris and Quares are not the answer right now.
Yeah, just not consistently.
No,
not consistently.
Yeah.